tragedy to triumph. It's been nearly a year and a half since Michelle Wilkins, the mom expecting her first child, was stabbed and her daughter taken from her mother's womb. She is telling her story only on 13. It's the unmistakable smile of a mother-to-be, the hope of new life. That's Michelle Wilkins, ready to meet her little girl. It would be a short time later, though, the unthinkable happened. March 18th, 2015, she responded to an ad for baby clothes in Longmont.
She cut me.
Who cut you?
Downstairs. I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
Responded to.
Hang on.
Crazy.
Hold on.
Please.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
She cut you in your stomach?
I'm pregnant.
Okay.
Dinah Lane hatched a twisted plot, stab the mother-to-be, and steal Wilkins' baby, claiming it as her own.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Dinah Catrice Lane, guilty of attempt to commit murder in the first degree.
Lane was sentenced to 100 years in prison for the crime.
And I've spent a lot of time and energy really healing that wound.
In her first radio interview on KRDO, Wilkins calls it a life-transforming time.
You know, that I expressed love to Dinah and still express forgiveness and love, even though I have all of these other emotions. When I arrived, she seemed like a normal person.
But Wilkins' intuition told her something was off.
The moment when I was at Dinah's house and I was getting ready to walk out the door, I was at the door, and she said, you know, I have some girls' clothes downstairs. Do you want to come look at them? And my instinct, as I'm looking at the door, hand on the doorknob, you know, I think to myself, you know, I have everything and I don't really need any more. But for fear of being impolite or seemingly ungrateful, I just watched her close the door in front of me and just followed her downstairs.
Throughout the trial, Dinah Lane expressed no remorse, and the day she was sentenced this past spring, her victim gave this bold, clear response.
It is clear that you need healing, and it is my sincere belief that you get it. It seems like she's so far removed, you know, from that place in herself that can be honest and emotional and in the same reality.
Wilkins credits her healing to her supportive family, friends, and mentors.
I don't mean to give this impression that I was just born this way. I think that it's a really natural process of grieving to not feel like you have to do everything at once, to just take it one day at a time.
As for her daughter, Aurora,
I do have an altar set up around her ashes in my home. So I see her every day. You said not everyone would have done as I did in this situation. And I believe that it's very simply because not everybody has the tools.
Remembering, forgiving, and healing. And Michelle is currently working on a book and in the future wants to open a holistic center to help people who've been through trauma. She has also set up a GoFundMe page to help with her education in reaching those goals. And you can listen to the entire podcast with Michelle Wilkins on our website, krdo.com.